Weeks after both the Gray and Oregon road fires torched parts of Spokane County, people have since been allowed back inside the evacuation zone, some of them to the rubble where their homes used to be. In our effort to bring you more to every story, we're looking into what cleanup will look like, starting with one very important test. KREM 2's Cody Proctor joining us in the studio tonight. And what is that step, Cody?
Well, that important step is getting an asbestos test, but it's a step that some didn't even realize they needed to take before trying to rebuild their lives.
Heartache now turning into headaches for homeowners who lost everything to the Oregon Road and Gray fires. Weeks after they started, people who lost their homes, including this woman who didn't want to show her face, have a new hurdle to deal with.
I get a phone call from a disaster relief gentleman, and he says, have you arranged to have your property surveyed? I says, for what?
The what needing to be surveyed is asbestos. One of her next questions was, how much would it cost?
And he says, I've heard from people $200 all the way up to $2,000 plus. And I went, how is a person supposed to get that kind of money after this type of thing?
It's a question on the minds of many who checked out Wednesday night's community meeting in Medical Lake, touching on debris management.
The most important thing is we're here to make sure everybody's safe.
Their officials shared each burn structure needs to be tested for asbestos before cleanup begins. Fulcrum Environmental Consulting's been helping with some of that testing.
When your house gets burnt down, all of that has been impacted. Some of that ash is presumed to be contaminated with asbestos until it's tested and shown to be otherwise.
Once the testing's done, they'll help come up with a cleanup plan. According to Grout, the cost for their inspection can be about $1,000 to $3,000, depending on each individual property and how much it burned. He says home insurance can help with the cost. While Robert Maljoy, who lost his home in the Gray fire, says his insurance has been helpful so far.
I'm happy with my insurance company so far, so I don't feel like we're going to have problems.
That's not the case for everyone.
It's bad enough we have to try to come up with the difference between what the insurances are trying to give us as to what we lost. Now we have extra.
Making things tougher in an already difficult time.
According to Fulcrum Environmental Consulting officials, when it comes to how long the testing takes, it can come down to where the lab is. They say for them, they send their testing samples to an out-of-state lab and usually get them back in about 5 to 7 days. They note that if it takes longer for someone to get the results back, it might be because the lab testing them is overloaded. In the studio, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.